Can you hear me now? Sorry, my mic wasn't on. Okay. Can you can you hear me now? Let's see. Oh, you know what? No, you should be able to hear me now. It's probably low. Okay. Can you hear me now? People are saying still no sound, but there's a delay. So let's see. Okay, now people are saying yes. I am reading the comments. Y'all are already having like a whole conversation without me. Can somebody say yes? We can hear you now. I wasn't actually saying nothing about the episode. I was commenting on how many people have already commented and how y'all having a whole conversation without me. Like, damn, fuck Molly. Is it that? Did we do all that already? Okay. Okay. Thank you. Tell me, like, if anything is not good, if I'm out of focus, if like I'm not, please let me know. We have thoughts. Yes. Okay. Wait. Moving too fast. We all got thoughts. Ho, everybody got thoughts because it's secure. That's the reason why we watch this together. Okay, so please comment. I'm sorry, I'm probably not gonna look at the camera a whole lot, but we use this camera so a bitch look pretty, right? I'm gonna be looking at the comments a good bit and adding them and engaging them. Also, we have a different bit of a setup. If you guys want to join in, video call in, bitch, you can. There's a Skype link in the description box. We're gonna try it out. I can't guarantee that's gonna work. You know, we always be having technical difficulties, but I wanted this to be more engaging and immersive, and I hope you have your okay. People will say turn the mic up. I can't. This is as loud as it goes. Okay, you're gonna have to. Okay. Thank you for the super chat, Akosawa. Let's see what it looks like. I don't know. I can't see it. Yes, sis. Please submit your assignment first, and that is a thank you. You had to do all that, sis. Though you know what I mean. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. All right, I see people joining into the Skype. I'm just saying, you got a video. Oh, I have to start the call. Okay, let me start the call and see who's here. This is so weird. Tell me if you can hear Skype in the thing. Hmm. This might not work. I don't know. Hold on. Let me see something here. I started the call. Oh, I'm the only person on the call. So if you want to call in, you can call in and I will actually see it in my box. I can just add you the video call, I think. I think that's how it works. Okay. Okay. Anywho, let's get into this episode. There's been a lot going on. We're here. We're doing this. Oops, somebody done joined already. Halawa, do you know what you're doing, sis? Did you want to join and say something? They left. Y'all is a mess. All right, I'll let you. I gotta start this. We have to start the conversation, and I'll let y'all know at what point you can call in, or I'll start the call or whatever. Actually, you could probably, if you on Skype, just Skype call me at video call me at Julesy, and then I can like do it that way. Okay. All right. So tonight was the premiere of episode 1 of season 4. Lawrence has returned, I guess, as a full time cast member. We'll see. Mm, this is HBO, so we got 3. I have a Skype coming in already. Like, what you trying to say? How am I joining my own call? Um. Anywho, okay. So, sorry guys, got a little distracted there. Okay. So it's HBO. We had 3 sex scenes. 3. Tree. Tree. I'm very happy for the soft around the middle nigga, even though he a TSA agent. You know, in LA, we fucking TSA agents. That sex scene, it was like, okay, did we need that sex scene? But I also appreciate that sex scene. We got a chunky black man, and I love myself. I love me a good chunky ass Negro. And they also went through finding the right position, and no tea, no shade. Missionary, like, for as much shade as we give to like claiming that sex is flat or uninteresting when you do missionary position, and like that you should try all these other things, I really appreciated that they show love to the missionary position. And it was some beautiful brown folks. You know what I mean? They was looking real cute. Okay. I'm a little blurry because I'm like I had the camera set for me to be further back. Ah man, so many technical difficulties. But I feel like Issa also like 30 something, and she's well educated in an upwardly mobile social circle. Like all her girls is paid. Why you fucking a TSA agent? Sis, you could have got you a chunky ass lawyer. It's LA though. It's LA, and clearly it's hard out here for black women in LA because Condola is somehow dating Lawrence and Tiffany ain't shit by not telling are revealing to Issa that Condola met Lawrence at the baby shower. And like there ain't no way that Tiffany ain't like that whole character is just how much of the bias is it because of the actor? I don't I don't know. The character though. The character is particularly scripted so that you do not like her. Everything kind of leaning this setup. Okay. So can we talk about the show within the show first of all? I actually set this live to be at 11:15 p.m. because for some reason in my silly ass head, I thought Insecure was an hour long. We all know it's never been an hour long. It's always been 30 minutes. So I'm kind of curious as to how the show within a show is going to work within a 30-minute episode. And are we really going to get a good enough character development? Like, Kelly cannot be pressed this entire season for some dick. If we go and get the chunky, soft around the middle nigga, Kelly deserves a sex scene. Okay, that's we're still on that train. We are still choo choo, and please don't let it be some bullshit where she's like, ooh, I got no. She's a grown ass black woman with a good ass job. It's just kind of like the fat black woman as comedic relief. I think we can lean a little bit less into that and give her character a bit more nuance. And I felt like we almost got there in season 3 because I actually liked that episode where they were at the festival and she was like, treat me different or treat me kindly or something when she was like passed out on the ground. I think there's possibilities for Kelly's character, and I hope that we get a little bit more of that possibility in this season. But the whole Latoya searching for Latoya, Rose Cranberry, we see you, Terry Vaughn from the Steve Harvey Show, Ray J and Portia. Okay, cash in on all your Hollywood connections, girl. We see you. Okay, but shit, don't let it take up too much of this 30-minute episode because all we got is 30 minutes. And with HBO's rule of like, let me see some ass and some tits, you know, good 7 of that 30 minutes is taken up with sex scenes. So what we really got is 23 minutes, okay? All right, anyhow. So we opened this episode talking about with who is Issa on the phone with saying that she don't fuck with Molly anymore. So we already know where this is headed. And I hope that this is the first episode. It's a starter episode. I hope we flesh it out a little bit more. Okay. I'm gonna let y'all know when I'm gonna start adding opinions so y'all can join the Skype call. But I feel like in this episode we get the I don't fuck with Molly and then a real quick setup. Like it did I mean obviously they didn't go straight from I don't fuck with Molly to this possible falling out, but the setup for the fallout I feel like for their characters, for how much we've gotten to know their characters, for where their livelihood is at, that I just hope they don't lean in it don't just go like this. Like this can't be it. All right, we're going to need a little bit more development, a little bit more nuance, a little bit more conversation. It like Molly is too grown and too paid. The weave even said a little bit better this season. Issa's hair, okay, major upgrade. All right, that Issa's grown. She still might be returning her clothes. It's okay. We all go through that phase. We buy it and return it. Sometimes I still might do that. All right, maybe just a little bit, not so much. Issa's looking like the character, right? Because they always had her hair look a little bit immature, but her hair is looking great. The style, like it's like they've all kind of grown up in their own way, and I do hope that we just don't lean into this story of like Molly being upset that a man is dating other people when she's been giving mixed signals, and that's the fallout in their relationship because Issa doesn't immediately respond when she's at a whole work event to Molly's issue well, he ain't even a nigga, he a person of color. Okay, Molly out here swirling with the person of color with her Asian boo Andrew. It and I think at this point, it's like I don't think it's unrealistic the way that scene went between Molly and Andrew in the car when she was finding out that he was dating other people. But Molly, I mean, we're at a point like where it's also very realistic that Molly takes a moment, she has the knee jerk reaction, she scoffs, she eats it, and then a few days later, she's upfront about how she feels. Okay? Like I really hope that this character arc doesn't just go into Molly and Issa having a falling out because Issa's not responding immediately to Molly's issue about a nigga date. Like he ain't a nigga. I keep wanting to say a nigga. He not one. I would like to also say, welcome to a full size nigga. That's a quotable. That is a real. That was beautiful. Thank you. The sexy. My Issa still can't really fuck. It's okay. It's okay. She probably just doing that shit because contractually that's what HBO requires. So this is not Pornhub. We don't really need a whole much more. Do it with the hip action, but she could have thrown it back. I mean, just a little bit. If you're gonna do it, like do it. Damn. Um. But we done talked about the sex scene already. What else we got to go? Okay, so the whole Condola setup. I don't know, like what can you say? Like the actress playing her is gorgeous for starters. And I I'm gonna tell you this. I'm just gonna keep it real. This episode isn't making me hopeful, but I'm gonna cross my fingers and my toes and hope that it progresses because I feel like the setups are just a little like we've been here. Can we move on? All right, Condola. And I guess like because the center of her relationship with Condola is gonna be that she's dating her ex Lawrence. I'm sitting here like she's dating your ex Lawrence, who she met at Tiffany baby shower, and Tiffany is her coworker, and Tiffany walking like she knew some shit. Is Amanda on the whole season? Hmm. And then we get that flashback scene of Issa imagining Condola and Lawrence fucking, and him saying, "I bet you own all your clothes." The show is really good at the one-liners. The show is really good at like hitting that sort of awkward comedic point. We get it. I just really hope that some of these storylines that are being set up here are a little bit more fleshed out, and that we don't get so centered on the relationships with men, and we have a little bit more of the kind of black girl friendship that I think is really important to talk about. And Issa and Molly have a really good setup to be that talking point, to go down that lane without it necessitating on like how tragic their dating lives are. The music this season, obviously beautiful, wonderful. Insecure has always been really good with featuring up and coming black artists and just featuring the jams. Like the playlist is always popping on Insecure. And I'm happy to see, you're always happy to see that the production value continue. I hope my mic is like slipping. That the production value continues to get better. The hair and makeup and the clothing and the wardrobe is getting better. All the weaves are better. All the natural hair is better. But it's the first episode. There's not so much to say. Oh, okay, wait. The Nigerian as a scammer. I don't know what are they trolling us? Are they trolling not us? Because they're not trolling me. They're trolling a particular movement here on YouTube, right? They're trolling a movement that is always in Molly or Yvonne Orji and Issa's mentions. And I just think that's an awkward way to troll. Like I didn't necessarily like the setup of that. It was very like if you're gonna make a commentary about like that sort of the diaspora wars, I just feel like we're past the cliche of either talking about African actors or calling Nigerian scammers. Like we're better than this, okay? You know what I mean? There's a different way to hit that note. And it just was like, oh, okay. Um, Cheryl, the person from Diageo, I forget the actress's name or what I've actually seen that actress in before. But the comment on everyone in LA using the same black vendors is definitely shade to LA. And I wonder if like they're even poking fun at themselves, right? Because all level like, you know, black elitism is like you get in this social circle and they all use the same people over and over again. It's the same niggas and everything, right? He said didn't need to be in the photograph. Uh but I just didn't necessarily understand the lead into the oh, are you Nigerian? And I guess if the whole point was to allow Issa to claim and show her pride in being like American or Black American, I guess it's just like I don't know. I didn't. Okay, was that productive? Okay. Oh, Paula J. Parker. Thank you for this. That's the actress. I want this to like stay still. Um, that's it. I really wrote 3 fucking sex scenes in Cats. Like, I don't know. Okay, so let's see what the folks are saying. Let's see what the commentary. It's the first episode. It's hard. Like, there's no deep, spicy, hot take for me out of this episode. Because right now, you don't want to get a little ahead of yourselves. You want to give the show a chance. You want to see where they go. And I'm just hoping that there is. I really have loved the moments where they show Molly and Issa's friendship. And I hope we get to lean more into that because I do feel like the last season was heavily involved around the men, right? And what the men in their lives do to their lives. And, I like, yeah, y'all black women dating, but I also think whether you're actively dating or a lot, there's like for their type of characters, I would imagine that their lives are a lot more interesting than simply around their dating life. Okay, so let's see what y'all arguing about in the comments, and we can have a bit more discussion. And if somebody wants to join in with some points, let me see if I have. Nope, nobody's in the call. Okay, there's chat. If y'all want to join the Skype call, we can try this. I just don't know how it works. Oh, there's people here. Oh, but you can join the chat. You can comment if you wanna. If you wanna. I don't know who that is in the video chat. Wow. Okay, because I can hear my video in the background. Who is it? What's your name? All right, I'm gonna see if I can pull you up. Skype is so weird. Did you join? All right, I'm trying to see you in the video, but I can't. Oh, okay. Well, we'll add you if you wanna. Ooh, can y'all hear her? I don't know if y'all can hear her. All right, it's like a to say. Oh, wait. You know what it is? You're muted. Hold on. Go ahead. What did you want to say?
I wanted to hop on and say that Molly is on my nerves because she is quick to call somebody else out on their shit, but not receive it well when someone else calls her out, and or is very, very defensive, like does not see her own shit like ever.
Oh, people are still saying they can't hear you, but there's a delay. Okay. Well, thank you. I'm just gonna repeat what you said, but I'm gonna drop you at the call there. Thank you.
Okay.
All
All right. Bye.
right. I don't think you guys could hear her, but that's fine. Deja was just saying that Molly gets on her nerves, and I don't know how people feel. Oh, dang, y'all can't hear me either. Okay, I'm gonna get into these comments. Oh no, you can hear me. This is so confusing. There's a delay, so every time I'm asking a question, it's like we're 30 seconds ahead of y'all. Okay, but I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna add some. We're gonna go through some of the comments and see what people are saying. Molly's gonna be upset about Issa's success. She's used to being the star in their relationship. Hmm. You know, if they go this route, I hope that like if they're gonna show, I hope they just flesh it out. You know what I mean? Like, okay, if Molly ends up being jealous, Molly ends up being jealous, but please don't let it be jealous because she didn't speak up about being upset that Andrew was dating other people. You know, it was just who. Oh man, who thumbs down? Haters. It's so weird on my app. I can see when people thumbs down. You know what? I would too. Like this is what doesn't get me about Insecure is that they have these storylines that set up and they set up well. What happened with the intern from? Well, she was at the last agency. Um, Molly's parents and finding out the truth about them. Molly's brothers. You know, we had so many good moments, and there's I guess Nathan will return this season. The beef with Torian was definitely interesting. What was happening at Molly's black-owned law firm? I think there's so many possibilities that I hope we don't get too lost up in black women dating. You know, I think somebody done call Molly a Virgo, a Capricorn. I think Molly's a Taurus, and I feel like I have said this before. I think I did. Did I do a video naming their? I feel like I have discussed my opinions on their astrological makeup. Isn't this like our second or third time seeing Jay Ellis's a la Lawrence's butt? I don't get it. Also, like Condola was fully clothed during that entire scene, and like it was Lawrence with his pants down. But okay, HBO really likes sex. We know this from Game of Thrones. I don't think there's ever been an HBO show without the. All right, Debbie would like to share. All right, we're gonna try this one more again. Let's see what happens. I think I have to use headphones, which is why I'm trying to plug these suckers in. Dag. Oh, it says I have to schedule a call. Oh, wait. All right. It's limited guest access. I don't know why there's limited guest access. I'm trying to add people. Okay. I'm trying to add folk and it's not letting me. This is so weird. Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna keep up with these comments. Um. Oh no, I think I need the headphones for when I add people from Skype. That's what I'm saying. How you talking about this? Did he even appear this? I don't know if he's coming back. Has anybody checked the IMDb? Is Daniel the actor coming back? The person who played Daniel? I like the overarching theme with Issa learning to just be herself instead of trying to be who people want her to be. Hmm. Um, I mean, I think obviously a lot of us came from Awkward Black Girl and we like Issa's awkwardness and that character. I mean, I think it's authentic in all the characters that I don't expect anyone to I don't expect anyone to know it all or have the answers or be this perfect person, right? And that's what I try to be conscious of when I do critique the show, that I'm not expecting Molly or Issa or anyone to do things that I inherently would do myself. But I do want them to not I don't want them, but I do enjoy that they all are kind of trying to figure it out. But I just think at some point though, the figuring it out doesn't always have to rely on, oh, I'm mad at my dating life and that's impacting everything else. Like there's other things. Yes, somebody called in to say that they feel that Molly is annoying. I actually don't find Molly to be annoying. I think the writing of her character can be annoying. Do you think there is like is there really a line of thinking in this where there can really be a real friendship with Condola? Okay, let me see if I can add you. All right, I'm gonna add someone from Skype. Hold on, I'm adding you now. We can see you, sis, so you can go ahead and say what you gotta say. Welcome.
Oh, I
This
didn't.
might actually work.
Oh, hello. I didn't know if it was working or not, so I was like, I didn't even know I'm like here or like what's happening. But love your channel, love you. I've been watching for years because of Evelyn. I know Evelyn, so y'all are just amazing. So, but I was watching today and just like there's a bunch of feelings that stirred up in me, and I agree that like we need to focus more on their friendship than the men in the show. I just feel like we really gotta like if they hash this out, if they have this like fight, that they really just gotta like do it to a level that we can see how healthy friendships can like be with black women and then how that can transition as well. Also, we do love the big boy representation because I was like, okay, the security guard, okay, the
But can we
TSA
get the
worker.
big girl representation? Because we already got Kelly. So what's happening?
Exactly. So we
Kelly
need
need
we
to
need
get
the
some
men.
poom
We need the
poom
men.
love,
Cause
like for
Kelly,
real.
cause Kelly, someone in the comments said like, oh, like you still could have money and be grown, but still be messy. And I feel like that's what Kelly embodies. And just like she can still like be herself and be weird and be all the things, but like have money and have a job and like know how to do taxes and all that other ish.
I think there's a difference between being weird and being pressed. And I feel like Kelly's character is written as though she's pressed.
Okay. Oh, also, what did you think about the whole messiness comment thing? Because I don't know if I you talked about it before.
The what?
The messiness comment of like Molly talking about like, oh, like why are you so messy? Like what like you just need to get your life together. I'm trying to be real
I
with
thought
you.
that whole scene was a little like it's like wow, we're getting here so quickly off of you didn't you didn't respond when I'm pulling up to an event that's really a really big deal for you and you didn't respond to the fact that like the guy who I'm kind of seeing is seeing other people and you didn't stop what you were doing to have a conversation with me about it. And the fact that like I can't even take seriously what they said to each other because what set that off is so juvenile.
Exactly. I'm just like, yo, like it's a like one like she's trying to run, she's trying to get her life together, she's trying to do this block party, she's trying to get donors and like figure out the things because all these messes happening in the background, and you're mad because she didn't respond to your comment well. Like y'all can have another conversation later. Like I don't understand the projecting that she's doing. Like so the pettiness is just it irks me, and I'm like, yo, and I feel like there's just like underlying pettiness that like never gets addressed in their relationship. So I feel like it's finally being like addressed, like
Well,
fully. Because
hopefully it'll
sometimes
be
they address
addressed,
it,
and
but not
hopefully
really.
it won't just be about like. Hopefully it'll be addressed, but I think in order for it to be addressed, we have to move away from centering their conversations around the men that are in their lives.
Exactly. It needs to be about you and me and like what where a relationship's gonna be at and like how you talk to me and how you treat me and all of those things. Like between them and not the men. You're correct. You're right. I
All right,
love the episode.
thank you
I
for
love
joining.
you.
I love hearing y'all
Thank you so much for
opinions.
having me.
Okay,
Oh,
I'm gonna hang up on you now, but thank
all
you.
right. Bye. Thank you so much.
All right, that was fun. Okay, we successfully did one. That was good. Okay, give it 4 stars. Can y'all still hear me? Okay, someone left a comment that I wanted to pull up. Okay, I gotta scroll back up because y'all are commenting so quickly. Yes, I was concerned when they first hit that set because the sex was not going well. Any TSA agent, mad jokes, but the fact that they actually gave it some and again, if they could do that with like this nigga funny and weird and whatever, Kelly could get the same shit. You know, welcome, and they got a really good one liner in there. Welcome to the full size nigga. I love that shit because welcome to the full size bitch. Okay, dang. There was a comment that maybe I've scrolled too far back. Thank you, Debbie, for your input. I appreciate it. Okay, I don't miss the comment. There was a really good comment like 2 seconds ago, and I wanted to pull it up. Okay, well, here, let's go with this one. Actress Angie is saying, it's interesting. Why do you guys think Issa vibes so well with Condola? And do you think she would choose her over Molly? Condola is interesting. I haven't yet developed my opinion on her yet. Well, why does it have to be a choosing? Like, clearly, she has a culture of messy ass friends. Like, if she gonna be friends with Condola, why can't she be friends with Condola? I don't necessarily see that it has to be a choosing over the other, nor do I mean, I guess there's a lane. It wouldn't be unreasonable for it to be part of the story that like Molly feels some type way because honestly, my homegirls would feel some type way if I proceeded to befriend someone who was dating my ex of 5 fucking years. Like that's not no lightweight, you know, relationship, especially if I'm not really over him. But okay, we have someone else that wants to call in. Let's see. Okay. There are 9 people. Let's see if they join. All right, and let's see. I don't disagree with this, but it's like it's also the first episode, and it's been a while, so it's kind of like, how much like what other episodes have like I don't know. I don't mind saying that I want to wait for more. Okay, your camera's here. Okay, is your say something? Your audio's off. I can't hear you. They gotta add their audio. Okay, you're saying on the Insta Live, Prentice did say that this season we're going to get a more of Molly's relationship. Okay, okay. So Prentice said we're going to get more of Issa's and Molly's relationship, or Molly's relationships, because we've gotten way too much of that already, and more of Issa. Okay, well, this is why I didn't want to judge too harshly. Tafari's trying to join, but I can't hear him when he talks. He hasn't said nothing. Okay, we're gonna try again. Okay. Did we ever really get into this? I think like they kind of like they like we've gotten nods. Okay, I'm gonna add you in a second. We've gotten nods on this, but we haven't really gotten like into it. Okay, we have someone calling in. It's Tafari. Oh, not just you. We're gonna add you with me because I'm cute. Okay, go ahead. You can add your piece. Hello,
Hey, hey, what's up?
how are
Jules, you're
you?
amazing. I tried to hit you up when I came to Charlotte, but you weren't available. It's cool.
Stranger danger, but it's okay. Nice to see you.
For the
Nice to meet
Corona
you.
beard. So I wanted to give my 2 cents. From my perspective, I feel like this dynamic between Issa and Condola is a situation where she's going to be more representative of the person who she is today. And I know that there's a lot of times in life where you'll encounter people or you have old friends and you wouldn't be friends with them at the point where you are in your life. They're just kind of friends out of years past and proximity. And I think that Molly has gotten so used to Issa being kind of like a sounding board for her to just dump all her negative energy off of. And I think Issa's really kind of like ready to level up, be carefree, and Condola is going to be more so representative of that, and just kind of like a way for there to be a divide between the two of them. That's what I'm feeling from that. And also, I think that the storyline of her having sex with the TSA agent is quite interesting because I feel like there's like a lot of discussion. This kind of totally goes against the discussions that seem to be going on online about like black women leveling up and things like that. And you
Period.
know, it
Okay.
doesn't really like tie into that. I mean,
I mean,
according
Issa is totally dating a Dusty. This is
she's
not.
following the
This.
Tyler Perry
This is
playbook
not.
at this
This
point.
is. This is very Tyler Perry. This is not hypergamy. And you
Yeah.
would think, okay. I mean, yeah, sure.
And I'm going to add that when it comes to Molly and the situation where like Asian Bay, I just don't think she even knows how to be happy at this point. She kind of has some things that she just really needs to fix and maybe like even revisit, like that therapist as she was saying. Yeah.
The therapist scenes were a good setup. I think there's the family setup. There's all like the character Molly has been given more nuance. It's just like we get a bit of it and then they stop and they don't develop it. But now we got someone else calling in. So thank
Well,
you.
later.
Have a good night, mate. Okay, we are gonna. Here you go, sis. Was you ready? We can't hear you. Your audio's not on. It's silent. There's no audio.
Okay.
Yes, there you
Can you
go.
hear me now?
Yes. Hello.
Hi, Julie. Hi. I just want to say, honestly, like I want to see more with Amanda's character. I don't know her name on the show. I just want to see more with her and
Tiffany.
her husband. They left us on. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. They kind of left us on. I don't know. Like I wanted to hear more about like the whole bisexual conversation. Like I don't know. I thought that they could do a lot more with that. And I don't know. I think Molly's character is weird, and I wouldn't be friends with no woman that was sleeping with my ex of 5 years. That's just me. Maybe I'm petty. Maybe I'm not mature enough, but I just wouldn't be interested in that relationship.
I don't. I can't say I have. I do really weird things. So So like, I wish I could be like, yeah, I totally wouldn't be friends, but I've surprised myself when it comes to what I would put up with people. But again, like we keep saying over and over again, the show has hit some really good points, and then it's like point period, and that's they don't ever give it nuance. They don't ever go back into it, right? We had the brief moment with Molly and the guy who sucked dick once and bisexuality. You know, we had again Molly's parents, we had Molly's siblings, we had Issa and
Right.
the Latino comment from her principal first season. We had the
Right. And then they
intern with
never revisit
Molly.
it.
We had Kelly and Tiffany's relationship. We had Tiffany feeling left out because she's pregnant and now a mom, and people putting expectations and assumptions on her without actually talking to her. Like they've hit a lot of good chords. They just don't they don't drum the chord. You know what I mean? Like they hit it real quick and then they stop it. They don't let it reverberate at all.
They give us a little taste.
Yeah, you're breaking up a little bit. Say that again.
I said they just give us a little taste. They just give us enough.
Yeah, and then
You
they
still can't hear me.
no, I can hear you. I heard you.
I'm sorry.
No, I
It's
heard you.
okay.
I heard you.
Okay. I'm sorry.
I
But
heard
yeah,
you.
I'm just I wasn't really this wasn't my favorite episode. It was cute. I thought it was cute.
But it's the first episode. I feel like we got to give it a little bit more like.
I agree. I agree. But thank you for letting me know. And I'm excited though. I just want to see more with the characters. And I just it's hard for me to relate. The only character that I relate to is with Issa. That's it.
Mm, mm. Yeah, like I'm starting to like we're 4 seasons in, and at this point, I'm kind of like, all right, where is the exploration? I agree, nothing's getting explored. All
Okay.
right, thank
I
you.
thought it was just
No, I think it's a lot of us, but thank you for calling in. I hope you join. We're gonna keep these. We're gonna do the lives.
thank you for answering.
Bye.
Thank you.
We're gonna keep doing the lives. Let's see how. Okay. Whew, 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 whew. Let's see. Y'all are going so fast. It's so hard to keep up. All right. How long have we been on this for? 43 minutes. Okay. Okay, you're saying this is why it's so easy for Lawrence to not only fuck but settle down with so many finance women. Like I think there's a secret man in the writers' room living through Lawrence. Is that a? But like, okay, but like, I've never really thought about the fact that like Lawrence's pull, like his ability to land women is like I don't think it's unusual. He's a black man in LA who, unlike the actor who plays him, dates black women, has a good paying job, no children. We're assuming good credit. He lives in a very nice apartment. Like, do you know how easy it is for men to just have like a cauldron of qualified women? Because patriarchy on patriarchy, like by all means, he's a leveling up nigga. Like he can level up your social class. He could pay for everything. He has a nice apartment in LA. He has a really cushy job. He lame because we've gotten some character development with him, and they've developed him to be a lame. But the bar is so low. Like all a nigga gotta do is have a half decent smile and like know a little bit of punctuation, and he can bag a good couple of bitches. Okay. My point exactly. This is why Lawrence the Lame bags bad bitches because it's LA. Most men don't even look at black women, and he looks at black women of all shapes and sizes. Okay, I don't think it's unrealistic that Lawrence is landing all these women. And I was thinking today, dang, I wish in my next life I come back as a nigga. I want to have some audacity. I want the audacity. Okay, the bar like we have to, as black women we have to do so like even if you whatever you check out of dating black men, you check out of dating altogether. You a lesbian. You know what I mean? Like it don't matter what we as black women do. There's still so much work for us, even if it's just like in. And I mean, yes, a lot of it is the way that society talks to us, and a lot of it is what we ingest from the way society talks to us. But I just feel like the bar is so low for men, and it just I can't bend that far down. Like I can't go that low. Okay. I'm getting tired of Kelly. I'm here for the plus size woman owning her sexuality, but sometimes it's just borderline desperate and cringy. Yes, we need character. We do. We do. And I think what was it not Deja, but sorry if I Debbie was saying that she thinks, "Oh, well, she's just weird and she's doing things and it's cool to see a plus size black woman being weird." But I think there's a difference between being weird and being desperate. And I think at some point we don't have to constantly rely, again, and I've said this like 4 or 5 times during this live, we don't have to rely on it being so kitschy, so parodied. No. Could Tiffany have stopped them from dating? And we'll see if they even develop this on the show. If anybody else wants to call in, you can use a Skype link. I'm gonna take one more call. We're gonna wrap this up soon. Because I still need to go. I need to go to bed because I still need to do this review of Self Made, girl. And it's so late. I don't even know if I'm doing no more. But we gonna put out a syllabus for it and put it up on Patreon. We gotta get our lives together. We gotta do stuff for Patreon because we owe them hoes. But okay. We're gonna wrap this up. If anybody else wants to call in, you got like 10 more minutes to call in. Skype link in the thing. Let me know if you're watching this on the replay. Let me know if you like this setup. If there's anything I can do better, please. I'm, trying to do better for y'all. Every time we have talked about Kelly's character, Natasha Roswell, who plays Kelly, is in the writer's room. I could understand maybe her character not wanting to have a naked sex scene. But why wouldn't she want her character in a relationship? Why wouldn't she want her character to be more nuanced? Why wouldn't she want her character to be a bit more mature and just give more robustness that the life of a fat black woman deserves? Like, it's just we're it's a trope at this point. It is a trope. It's taken a while for me to say, okay, this is a trope because they gave her just enough. Like season 3, we get like a you know what I mean? Like we almost get there. And so, if we stay here in season 4, I'm absolutely gonna rest on that this is a trope, and I'm hoping that that's not the judgment that I have to make against the show. And I have a hard time believing that Roswell has enough power to say I want my character to remain flat. I don't know. But it is. But I think what's really coming from that is like that we all are thinking, well, she's in the writer's room. What's not connecting? On Tiffany that she should have given Issa a heads up the minute she found out she was going with Condola. She low key doesn't like. I mean, and as Debbie was saying that she would like to see more of whatever happened to Tiffany and her questionable sexuality husband, right? What happened with the relationship between Tiffany and all them now that she's pregnant and like she hasn't even had the child yet still. Tafari is asking, you should have commented this on the YouTube so I could add it to the screen. Kelly's character is not centered around her being fat. Would you have these same critiques for an average sized woman? Well, the thing is, nobody else on the show is written in any way similar to Kelly's character. Like Tiffany, who's the closest thing, is married and having a child. Right? Like nobody else seems to have this thing that's very, I want to say panache. That feels like a parody. Right? Like nobody else is like, I don't know. Tiffany could be really centered on social class and wealth and looking wealthy. And like in of all characters, I think Tiffany could have that same sort of comedic arc and she doesn't. So it's not that I don't even get a chance to have the same critique of average women because average sized women are not scripted in the same way. Kelly got eaten out at a diner under the table. Like that's the sex she's had, right? On the show. We have everyone else. Yeah, Molly's fucking a married man. Tiffany is married. what was the bank teller agent? Was her name Tasha too? She was getting her back blown out very well by Lawrence. Issa's having all sorts of bad sex with various characters on the show. I just think that I don't think my critique of the development of Kelly's character is unrealistic or unfair. But I'm just hoping that, we see something more going forward. I think there is using colorism with Tiffany being light skinned and having ease in her life about her friend. I actually think that there is commentary on colorism via Tiffany's character. I think Tiffany is casted, is dressed, because we all know what Amanda Seales looks like in real life. So the wig, the bourgeois, the way her character is written, I absolutely think is a commentary on colorism. But all things considered, she doesn't actually have a better life than any of the other characters on the show. And we got that when we got the little peek into her relationship with her husband. And it's kind of like, the Dubois, the Dubois, it's like all that glitters isn't gold kind of commentary. And I think the show acknowledges that Tiffany is written as a parody on colorism. I don't think that it's like this sort of like Kenya Barris. We're just going to cast a bunch of light skinned people and say this is a black experience. I don't think it's the same sort of like colorism that we see, this like uninformed colorism. I think this is very informed and written to strike that chord and strike that note with people. I don't know what fat black woman you hanging out with, okay? Like my plus size homegirls are not having any problems. All right. Not that they're not having any problems, but like I would not say that my skinnier friends have a better dating life or a robust sex life. Like I have, plus size black homegirls that are partnered, that have a very, you know what I mean? Like there's all sides to the conversation, right? Like we can acknowledge the prejudice and the discrimination, but we also can't, that's not the whole of their being. So, I have my mic turned down. Sorry. Y'all are trying to guess these characters' astrology. We'll have to do a whole video on why I think. Maybe the next live we'll start off and say, I'll think about what each character I think their sign is, and we'll start there. Molly is self-destructive and had a tendency to just suck the life. Oh man, y'all really don't like Molly. Damn, man. And they're clearly setting it up for her to be jealous of Condola. I think, and if that's the way they go, I'm gonna be disappointed because I think it's such a flat like pathway. Okay, a lot. I'm trying to like scroll past. They upgraded to 10. They upgraded to 10 episodes, but I think we should have at least 15. 15. I don't. Okay, I don't necessarily think that more character development takes more episodes. I think maybe we don't like we have like there's so many elements happening. We get really great music, we get beautiful pan shots, we get a lot of expose. We have a story within a story. We have all these side characters like, I get the comedic relief that's constantly happening with the residents in the apartment complex, but I think there's enough room in which we could they don't really have to stretch it out to longer or more episodes to just give us something more with the storyline and the character development. It's just that they keep going back. um Kelly nor Tiffany. I'm sorry, I just burped. That was so rude. Kelly nor Tiffany have a storyline. It's only a 30-minute show. They are just side characters. We won't see them have sex or their life. The show is about Issa. I mean, if Lawrence gets a whole storyline, Lawrence at this point in season 4, if Lawrence gets a whole storyline, we could have deviated from that and given a little bit more. Like if you could have side. Okay, there are a ton of techniques, right? You could have a oh, like okay, let's compare this to another show, Atlanta, right? Okay, we have an ensemble cast, even though Ern is the main character. They've done what you would call what is it called, a bottle episode. They've done episodes, and they're also a 30. Are they not a 30-minute show where and they have commercials because they're not on premium cable. All right, you get a so they're really like 20 something minutes long. You get a lot of Darius is fleshed out. He's still an ancillary side character. Um, what's Brian Tyree hair? That show hasn't come on in so long. Po boy, what you call it? Brian Tyree, Henry's character, the rapper. I am so running a blank because it's been that long since the show's come on. Obviously, the rapper is fleshed out. Um, earns ex Aaron's baby mama. We get like, you know what I mean? Like none of those characters are particularly flat, and we have a cast of moving characters. Cat Williams, he came into that one episode, Florida Man. Like I don't think what we're not asking for a soap opera with all these storylines. We're not asking for Game of Thrones, which wasted an entire 10 years of our lives, right? We're not asking for these like super complex storylines where we through the history of everyone's family, and we do all this back expose going back into their history and doing flashbacks. I think we've seen shows that are shorter with the same constraints as Insecure, that have the same size of an ensemble cast, and the storylines are just written to where we get more nuance. I don't expect Tiffany nor Kelly to be a main character, but if they are going to be so prominently featured, particularly Kelly, who's way more prominently featured than Tiffany, it's not unfair to say that there could be more character development and more nuance within her storyline. Do I think Tiffany is a Libra? I have to give some thought to that. Only thing that would stop me from saying that Tiffany is a Libra is her shade doesn't land. It's not like I feel like Libras know how to read and know how to shade, and they're vengeful, so they got time to be petty, and they have bad temper. So when they get their feelings hurt, they really be like, So no, I would almost say maybe she's a Sagittarius. Sagittarius. But I gotta think on that. I don't know. I'd have to give that more thought. Didn't they do something? It's not that no, Derek is not actually bisexual, but there was some sort. Remember, they had that scene where they were all at the bar together, and they made like something came up, and it was a question mark. Like they haven't been having sex, and then all of a sudden Tiffany's pregnant. There was some commentary that landed on sexuality and them not really having the means in which they claim to have. But again, it was a comment and we never went back to it. And I feel like almost that was season 2. Okay, this is like I'm so far behind in the comments. Y'all are having I would absolutely say that Molly is a Taurus. Okay. We're going to close this out because I don't think there's much more that we haven't already said about episode 1. So thank you everyone for joining. We're going to try and keep this after party up and do it where people can call in and have their opinion. It's quarantine time, so you can show up any way you want on the video chat, but everyone is welcomed, and I hope y'all like this. You know, I always appreciate the engagement. What is this? I thought they were talking about there was some dude at Tiffany's job that was causing an issue in their relationship. There was something. I'm not bugging. There was a comment. They were all together. They were like at a dinner. It might have been like a birthday party or something. And it turned out that it wasn't even like we're not getting along right now. It was like y'all not fucking. Y'all not. What's happening? And then we just never went back to it. In the next season or next episode or whatever, Tiffany was pregnant. That was it. Okay. All right. Well, we just got a super chat. I wanted some of my closest friends are Capricorns, and they are not. They very bougie. Just they're not like they got more finesse. They got more finesse. I think Issa's character is a Capricorn. Okay. All right. I'm gonna end this here. Thank y'all for joining. Always you can find me over on Patreon for more exclusive content. We're gonna focus this. We're gonna get some of the exclusive content up because girl, I was stressing myself out about getting this stuff made review up, but honestly, it probably won't come out till later this week. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm late and I just have a lot of moving pieces going on. Join the book club. We did a whole interview with Dr. Brittany Cooper. It was lit. Okay. Lit, lit, lit. And I gotta do reading on Black feminist thought so we can do the chat for that in the group. So lots going on this week. Thank y'all for joining me. Deuces.